Hiyo, welcome back to Imagine Your Odyssey, and let's talk about X Chock. Before we get to talking about X Chocks, I'd like to remind you, if you haven't already, click on the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up and leave some comments down below so that we know how we're doing. And if you have any additional information, you can give it on to somebody else and they can reply to your comment as well. All right, now to start talking about the X Chocks. When you buy a box of these, you'll get 2 X Chocks, or 2 of these, one for each tire or one for each side of the camper. Now, if you have a camper that has dual axles, that means that on each side you have 2 wheels, one in the front and one in the back. You'll use one of these on each side. In the box, you also get one of these handy dandy wrenches. The wrench is to tighten up or to loosen the X Chock so that you can put it in the wheel, lock it down, or unlock it, or unscrew it and loosen it and pull it back out for movement or storage or wherever you may be going. Now we'll talk about in just a second about how it actually functions. You know, when you turn the screw up here, what goes on inside of here. But what is it actually used for? Well, you put it in between your wheels and you're going to tighten down on it and it's going to lock in between the 2 wheels. And because of that, it's going to keep the wheels from turning. Now, it's not going to take away from the chocks that you put under your wheels. You still need to do that. That's safety first, right? But this helps with stabilizing your camper. It doesn't matter if you have a 5th wheel or a travel trailer. If you have a wheel in the front and a wheel in the back, the double axles that we were talking about earlier, then you can put these in the middle and that's going to help out with your stability. If you notice that your camper is moving forward, backwards, or side to side just ever so slightly, you put one of these in between the wheels, it's going to shore up some of that. Now, it's not going to get rid of all of it, but it's definitely going to make it a lot better. So now let's talk about how this thing actually works. There's a pivot axis right here, and there's one here, 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 and here, and also one here and here. Now what they do is they allow this thing to move up and down kind of like a scissor jack. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those. Well, if you have a travel trailer and you have the little stabilizers you have to screw down on the side, kind of the same purpose there. But nevertheless, that's kind of how this system works. So what happens is you're going to turn this screw up here and it's going to drive this threaded screw on the bottom side to either shrink or expand. So the bottom side down here is going to go to the top side up here, or vice versa, depending on which way you turn the screw. But when it does that, these pads right here, these pads are going to go on the wheels on your RV. These pads are going to start to extend out or retract back in. When they start to extend out, they're going to squeeze in between your wheels. The further they go out, the tighter they are, then the less likely the wheels are going to move. So how I set mine up is I'll take the wrench and turn the bolt up here. When I turn the bolt, these will pull in towards each other, this side over here and this side right here. When they come in together, that will provide enough room for this to slide in between the wheels. From that point, I'll take the wrench and I'll start turning it the opposite direction. And when I turn it the opposite direction, they're going to expand into the wheels and lock in. Now, that's just about it, except a couple of things that you got to pay attention to. One is these pads. They got to be angled just right so that they lay against the wheel correctly. Once you get close to the wheel, you'll see where they start to fit in. Also, another thing that I've noticed with mine is that when I put it in there and start tightening up, it wants to drop down. So gravity pulls it down and it lays on the wheel on the top one and not so much on the bottom. So you need to grab the handle right here, lift it up and down and kind of get it centered as you're tightening it up. Now, once you got it fairly snug, and you're getting ready to lock down the wheels really well, it's not going to move after that. But you got to kind of watch for those things as you go. Now let's talk about the wrench itself. The wrench itself looks like this. The wrench has the hole where you're going to put onto the chock to turn it and start screwing it one way or the other. So as you start locking it down or turning it in one direction, you want to go the other way. You could do it from 2 different ways. You can either flip it over, which will allow it to go the opposite direction, or it's got these little flip thingies in here. And you flip it like this, and it'll allow it to go one way, and then you flip it the other way, and it starts going the opposite direction. So you have two different methods. Now, the little flip thing in here to make it go one way or the other, I don't really ever use that. Let's say I'm tightening it and I need to loosen it to readjust, then I just take it off, flip it over, stick it back on there and start going the opposite direction. It's completely and totally up to you on how you want to do yours. Now, out of everything that we bought for our RV, I have to say, out of the top 5 things that I really love that we have purchased for our RV, this is probably in that top 5 list. I don't ever set up without it. I've always got them on the wheels no matter where I go. I like the added sense of security along with chocks on the wheels, and I like the little bit of additional stability that it gives us as well. Now, one other forewarning, I would highly suggest that if you're going to use these chocks, do not use them as your primary chocks to keep your camper from moving. They're not necessarily intended for that. They're intended to be used in conjunction with wheel chocks. So just a little safety reminder there, do not use them by themselves. Keep wheel chocks in place with them as well. Also, if you're interested in getting some X Chocks, I'll leave a link down in the description down below. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you click on that subscribe button like we talked about earlier. Leave some comments down below on some of the ways that you stabilize your RV, or if you have X Chocks, let us know what you think of your set. So until the next time, get out there, enjoy your RV, and God bless.